everybody. It is Monday morning, June 14th. Happy day, happy week. And just to start the show off right, we got Jimmy Dague and we've got my Golden Knights fella. And this is a gift that Kane gave me for my birthday one year. Yes, that's him. And tonight, 6 o'clock, go Knights go. We're going to play Montreal. I'm sure it's going to be a full house. And Montreal's a little shut down, I think, because of COVID. And so they're not, when we go there, they're not going to have the energy that we have. I'm going to just do a little check here like I do to make sure everything's working. Yep, everything's working. Cool. So, Jimmy, I'm so happy you're here today.
Thanks. Me too.
Now, we listed 114 homes over the weekend, and we put 141 under contract. What I see, Jimmy, and I really want your take on this. We have right now 2,400 and let's see what I'm doing. 2,445 homes available, single family homes, and they're inching up there. The available homes are inching up there. And we listed 67 single-family homes over the weekend. That's part of the 88 that we listed, which is the majority, of course, from 0 to 400,000. But I'm wondering. I feel that the tide is shifting a little bit.
I agree. It's the numbers are very small, but it's not going the wrong direction. The way it was consistently every single week, lower. Right. So I didn't even have my lighting on today. It's a Monday. So yeah, I can feel it. I can feel it in the office. I can feel it in our classes that the market isn't as frantic. I think a lot of it is, a lot of the calmness that I feel was because people, agents and buyers and sellers understand the market. You know, in the beginning, when it was such a booming frenzy, I think we were all a little taken back by getting 20 offers in one day. You know, but I don't think that we have that momentum or whatever you call it, that frenzy going on right now. Yeah, it's not as bad for sure. It's calmed down a little bit.
And the interesting thing is the interest rates went down. Let me hide this for a second. I have a chart here. FreddieMac just published this, that the rates went down.
Well, that's good because I was afraid rates were going to hit us an affordability issue. Yeah,
me too. And they didn't. So that's a good thing. And I'm going to hide that for a second and go back to my chart because what I need class on Friday. So I put it here on on our stats sheet that at 3%, I just took the 3%, which is the FreddieMac rate is lower, 2.96, but an average of 3%. For every $100,000, it's $441 of principal and interest. So then if you want to know, okay, I'm going to buy a medium-priced home or my mortgage is going to be $385,000, you would take the 441 times 3.85, and that would equal your payment. Mm-hmm. So just makes it easier so you don't have to use a mortgage calculator or whatever, as long as the interest rates are hovering there. And, you know, the Fed did say they would, Jimmy, remember?
I do. I remember they would. And you never know nobody expected a pandemic either.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So if the Deutsche Bank collapses or something like that goes across the financial community, it can affect everybody.
Yeah. It really can. And, you know, when you compare, I've got this comparison chart that I have. When you compare us to California, Arizona, Utah, Oregon, Idaho, and across the United States, our medium priced home is cheaper than everybody on this chart except Tucson, Arizona. And I'm going to post this in the group because I think people need to get that out there, especially if you're doing LinkedIn and you're sending information out to get referrals from other agents in other states. And if you are doing any target marketing on social media, which I always say you should be, you can boost to these states and show them this chart and say, look, come to Vegas. It's cheaper. It's cheaper. So I think that's a really good thing. And of course, we use that Nerd Wallet, which we tell everybody to use to show the comparison in the cost of living as well. So the affordability factors there, but then also the cost of living is lower here in most cases. I know transportation sometimes creeps up there to be a little higher for some reason. I'm not sure because we don't travel that much. So I don't know. I don't know how they came up with that stat. So I can't really speak to it.
Well, Annetta also asked you, how do you keep up on all the stuff that's going on? You're always filled with all these facts and figures, and you said you just do what?
Well, I read the newspaper every day for one thing.
That's what you said. You have to subscribe, and you have the digital version?
Yes. It's real simple. And, I just go to business, and if there's something interesting there, I cut it out and read it and talk about it. And then I go to see what the interest rates are doing, which I did today. And then I go to Inman News sometimes. Lately, it hasn't been that exciting, but a lot of times it is. And then, Jimmy, if you saw this here, let me put this back, because when you go here, Jimmy, to the where I got this. Mm-hmm. So on your Realtor, on your GLVAR, on your login, you will see applied analysis as one of the icons. And that's where I went to get this. Mm-hmm. Now, what you have to do, though, you have to spend some time, and because I was looking for something like this, and so you have to kind of fish around there to see, because it's a huge site. Applied Analysis has tons of economic information, and you can see there they've got economy, labor, real estate. They do things for taxes and utilities, so they're all over the board when it comes to the stats for Las Vegas. So sometimes you have to do some research. This probably took me an hour or two yesterday to get this together, and then then you know me, I'm always putting, like, I put this on states higher median than Las Vegas, and I put the little check marks there. So I do a little bit of artwork on it. And then I put at the bottom there where they can go to get this. Because maybe if you all go there, you'll start fishing around, because there's not enough time in the day to show everybody everything that it has, and it's good information. And well, guess what? When you talk to people, they say, how's the real estate market, right? I tell everybody, print this out, take it with you, and then print something like this out and say, oh, well, look how we're faring. Las Vegas is doing great. And then I have another piece of information today that I found that I'll share. And that's this one. They say our foreclosures are not increasing, Jimmy. Right.
Of course not. Why would you lose your house? You don't need to get foreclosed on when you have a bunch of equity.
Exactly.
You knew that. You predicted that a year ago. Is there going to be a foreclosure wave? No. Mm-hmm. People have too much equity.
150 million homes in the United States. Amazing. And over the past 10 years, they have gained equity in double digits. It's so why would there be foreclosures? Now, there's always going to be some foreclosures. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think one of our agents in our Buffini class is the family's getting divorced. They've got tax liens on their house, so on and so forth. And so, yeah, they foreclosure might be an option for them because they haven't been paying their mortgage, because they're getting divorced, and because they have all, So there are situations, and 21 out of, 700,000 households here. Mm-hmm. I think that's right. The number. Yeah. Right. So to have 21 isn't even 0.004. If you do the math, it's hard. It's not even a percentage.
Right.
I mean, it's almost nothing. It's almost nothing. So that's really good.
Well, you had another student in Buffini ask you about the entertainment, because there's so much to do here. And you kind of keep an eye on that too. You see what's coming up. And I mean, Celine Dion's open in Resorts World. That's a pretty big deal. She's going to pack that place.
Oh my gosh, yes, she is.